Now from the Winnipeg Minor Basketball Association, Sean Close. Hi Sean, how are you?
I'm great, thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining me in the middle of the winter here, December. Christmas shopping done yet or not quite?
Just about there.
Just about there? Okay. How big is your list?
My list is huge. I've got 3 little ones at home, so yeah, there's a lot to get done.
So being at work is a bit of a breath of fresh air, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what can we talk about? Welcome to the show, WNBA. We have a special guest on the way. Is that something I've heard?
Yes, actually we have Irv Rowland coming in from, I believe he's in Oklahoma. He's a former NBA skills coach. He's known mostly for working with James Harden, Chris Paul, Kevin Durant a little bit as well. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. He's coming in for December 21, 22. We're going to run a 2-day camp, skills, drills. Should be a lot of fun.
Now, you mentioned big names.
Yes.
I mean, the Beard. You mentioned CP3,
Yeah.
Kraft Dinner.
Yeah.
All 3 are fantastic skills players, which is what the NBA has been driven to over the last decade, wouldn't you say? Not so much the 1 through 5 spot, but it's more the skills and the length of a player that matters most.
Absolutely. I believe there's not so much emphasis put on positions anymore. It's everybody who's skilled can play. And of course, you see, with KD, the bigger, the better. And so you're not necessarily having that post player anymore. You're having those skilled players at every position.
KD a little further off, is on the IR still for the entire year. A little closer to home, Pascal Siakam. Talk about his length and his award last year, not only just with the NBA Finals, but most improved player last year as well in the NBA. Does that just attribute the importance of matching skills and the proper development within your own physical structure as a basketball player?
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. I think too, you find diamonds in the rough, and he's a great example of that. I was watching the game, I think just last night or the night before, where they mentioned, is it possible that Siakam could be, get that award 2 years in a row just because his game has stepped up just that extra notch again? So it'll be interesting to see for sure as it plays out here.
So December 21st and 22nd, is it a full day camp? Is it a selection of hours throughout the day for different skills, or how is it being set up?
Right, so we're gonna run 2 sessions per day,
Okay.
2 3-hour sessions. We're gonna have kids 8 to 12 in the morning and 13 to 18 in the afternoon. So it's basically six hours for each group on court.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are registrations still available for these camps?
Yeah, registration is open.
Okay.
You can check the WNBA.ca website or Basketball Manitoba website as well.
Excellent. And those will be held here at the Sport for Life building.
Yes.
In this exact facility where we're at right now.
Exactly.
Awesome. Gorgeous courts. Is there a difference between, teaching a younger group like 8 to 12 and obviously the fine-tuned skills for the older senior players?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you're talking about agility development for the young kids. The sooner you can get them moving their feet and practicing that way, the better. Some of the older kids already have that, and now they need to work specifically on fine-tuning some of their skills.
Okay. How many spots are available for each session do we have set up?
75 kids per session.
Wow. So there's obviously going to be a lot more coaches and volunteers here as well, not
Yes.
just the star-studded.
Exactly. Yeah, the plan is to bring in WNBA coaches
Okay.
on a 10-to-1 ratio.
Okay.
So depending on how many kids we get registered, we'll have that many coaches here on hand as well.
That's amazing. That's a great ratio because it really gives that individual effort and vision towards those younger players that may require it. And
Yeah.
working on those drills, I mean, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice just helps practice, right? It's kind of changed a little bit. It's not just
Right.
perfection you're dealing with. You practice how you play.
Right.
So looking forward to that December 21st, 22nd here at the Sport for Life building. Check WNBA.ca as well as the Basketball Manitoba website for registration. Anything else we want to bring up WNBA style?
WNBA, we just finished up our Peg City Club Championships.
Okay.
We had 54 teams competing at grade 9 to grade 12 age, and it was a great time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is that a full 5-on-5 schedule?
Full 5-on-5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of players.
Yeah.
And that's not just, let me ask you this question, because, we talk about participation in athletes and younger children and getting into the sports. Have you noticed the numbers increasing or decreasing with basketball here in Manitoba because of the excellence in Toronto, as well as the coaching and the volunteerism we have throughout this building as well as throughout the city. Have you seen the numbers be growing or decreasing at all?
Yeah, the registration numbers for Winnipeg Minor Basketball increased significantly this year. I think a lot of it can be attributed to the success that the Raptors had. But I think the game has been growing steadily for a number of years. But it never hurts, to win a championship.
Championships bring back that excellence.
Yeah.
We see that with the Grey Cup, right?
Exactly.
Here we go. Have you been a Winnipegger your whole life?
Not my whole life.
Okay.
I did my junior high and high school in Portage la Prairie, actually.
Okay, so Manitoba still, right?
Yeah.
Remember the days of the Winnipeg Thunder?
Yes.
There you go. I had courtside seats. We'll flashback down. That's as far as we'll go with that. Sean, I really appreciate the time. I know you got a busy schedule. Thank you for joining me here on the courts. WNBA Sean Close. Look forward to that camp, the 21st and 22nd. And have a great holiday, Merry Christmas, and a great 2020.
You as well. Thanks
right
again
on.
for having me.
Thank you again.